Millennial Money, aka Millennial Morons, has finally shut down. They have posted their last video. They're calling it quits. At least they say in the video they're just calling it quits for a while, but I actually think this is going to be permanent. I do not think they're going to come back to their channel full time. They may post 1 or 2 videos in the future, but I think they are done for good, and I'm going to explain why I think that in this video. Now, Millennial Money, if you don't know, is a podcast channel where some of the biggest grifters, financial YouTube channels, get together and talk about finance and what's going on in the stock market and all that. So you have Jeremy from Financial Education, you have Andrei Jikh, the magician turned financial expert who can make all your money disappear, as well as Graham Stephan. I actually don't really have that much of a problem with Graham Stephan, but he is what he is. I don't know why he wants to hang out with those people. And they also had Meet Kevin initially when they started the program. He was on the show as well. And I do have to give props to Millennial Money. One of the smartest decisions they ever did was to kick Meet Kevin off of their program. So well done for that. But they are a podcast that has been going on since about 2020, talking about everything going on in the financial world, and they are coming to an end. They posted their last video, said we're done. Now, there are 3 main reasons, in my opinion, why this channel is shutting down, and I'm going to go over those 3 main reasons. Unlike other channels where they may just squeal like a pig at you for 30 seconds, I'm actually going to go into the details as to why this actually is. So the first issue as to why I think they're shutting down is the loss of their biggest sponsor, which is FTX. Now, if you don't know, FTX, cryptocurrency exchange, I talked about them in my past video. They were one of the biggest sponsors on all of these guys' channels across YouTube. They sponsored Jeremy, Andrei Jikh, all of these guys, and they were the main sponsor of Millennial Money since the start of the program. You can actually go back to the beginning of the channel and see the FTX logo splashed across the podcast for pretty much the entire podcast. So they were making probably about $100,000, maybe $50,000 to $100,000 a month in ad revenue from FTX. And we know this is true because other YouTubers with about the same YouTube size have come out and said that they were making about 50 grand a month off of the FTX sponsor. So that was making them the majority of their money from FTX sponsor. FTX decided to pull back and they are no longer sponsoring anyone on YouTube at this point. So without that, that is a huge loss to the income for that particular channel. Now, the second reason, which I think is also very important, is a lot of these guys, specifically Andrei Jikh and Jeremy, Meet Kevin as well. This is actually why he was kicked off the channel. There's been a lot of scandals around these guys within the past year that really didn't exist when they started the channel. Back in 2020, 2021, pretty much it seemed like everyone were praising these guys as the financial experts of YouTube, and now it's coming to light, it's coming to realization that these guys are just con artists, and really they were only successful because we were in a massive bull market, and in a bear market, you can see they really don't have any idea what they're actually talking about. So Meet Kevin, he got kicked off the channel because he sold all of his stocks. After initially being a perma bull, he turned into a perma bear and sold everything. And actually the Millennial Money channel, one of the major reasons he was kicked off were a bunch of people leaving hate comments to Meet Kevin on the Millennial Money channel when he appeared on that. Say, why did you do this, Kevin? You sold all your subscribers out. I can't believe you did this. So that's why he left the program. Now, since then, Andrei Jikh has had a massive scandal with the Voyager app. If you don't know, he got involved in an app and he got a bunch of his subscribers involved in Voyager. And now Voyager has shut down and people can't get their money out of that app. So Andrei Jikh has taken a lot of heat as well. Now, Jeremy from Financial Education also had the scandal recently where he lied to all of his subscribers about stopping the FTX deal, when in reality, he said that he stopped working with FTX, but in reality, they stopped working with him. So that was a massive scandal. There's been several other scandals that happened with Jeremy as well, and it seems like Graham Stephan is really the only one on that channel that doesn't really have any massive scandals currently going on. So I can see why these guys want to distance themselves, want to pull back from this channel, but there's also one more reason as well. Now, what I'm about to show you, in my opinion, is actually the biggest reason as to why they are shutting down this channel. So this is a website called Social Blade. You can come to this and look up the statistics for YouTube channels. Now, one thing I have to point out, if you want to see the accurate statistics of a channel, you actually have to create an account, which I have, and you can actually change the CPM, right? So if you don't create an account, you come here without an account, it'll actually show you the CPM of a channel from about 150 to 395. So basically that's how much they make per 1,000 views. But in reality, a financial channel is going to be making about 20 plus. They're actually going to be making more than this, but for whatever reason, the limit only goes up to 20 bucks. So let's take a look at their channel. This is their channel, and you can see it's actually going to be higher than this number right here. So they're probably making about $10,000 a month. They're probably making, $150,000, $200,000 a year in ad revenue. Now, to you or me, that might sound like a lot of money, but you have to keep in mind that all of these guys, they all have million plus subscribers channels, except for Jeremy for whatever reason. But Meet Kevin, Andre Jick, and Graham Stephan all have multiple million subscriber channels. Jeremy has a channel of 750,000. But even that's way more than Millennial Money, which currently only has, 173,000 subscribers. So Jeremy's channel, 720,000. They have 173,000 on this channel. So they make significantly more money in ad revenue from their personal channels as opposed to this channel. So for example, to show you a comparison, this is Millennial Money. It says they're topping out about 8.5 thousand a month in ad revenue. This is Graham Stephan's channel with 3.89 million. It says that he's making $162,000 a month in ad revenue, right? And on this channel, they have to split it among the 3 guys that are currently hosting it. So that is peanuts. I know to you and me that might sound like a lot of money, but to these guys, that's peanuts. Now on top of that, if you actually scroll down, you can actually see their video views and subscriber views, and you can see that their video views have trended down. It actually went up in January. That's when the market initially just collapsed, so they got a bunch of views there. But you can see back in 2021, they were getting 843,000 views a month. Now they're getting 370,000, right? It's way down, and their subscribers has gone down massively. They were getting 35,000, and back in March of this year, they got 0 subscribers. They had no growth at all on this channel. Let's compare that to Graham Stephan's channel. You can see he's still getting massive views, right? His views are down a little bit this year, but it's still pretty steady. And his subscribers, again, down a little bit, but he's still getting massive subscribers, 30,000 a month, compared to Millennial Money, which got 0, and then 2,000, and then 1,000 subscribers. For a channel that has 173,000 to only be getting 1,000 subscribers a month, that's really bad. That shows there's not a lot of interest in this channel. So ultimately, like I said, I think it comes down to 2 of the main reasons. All of the scandals surrounding Jeremy and Andre Jick, as well as the fact that the channel makes them very little money compared to their actual personal channels where they have sponsorships, they have ad revenue, and they don't have to share that with the other guys. That's all money that they get to keep where they're making millions of dollars a year, and then they have to go do this Millennial Money channel where they make a video every single week, and they probably only make a few grand from it compared to their millions they're making on their actual channel. But whatever the reason why it is, they are shutting it down. They said it's not permanent. I do think it's going to be permanent because, like I said, they make barely any money compared to their actual channel, so why actually come back to this? Why focus on this channel that makes you, what, maybe 5% of what their main channel makes? Why focus on this? It doesn't make any sense at all. But whatever the reason, I'm glad they're gone. I know a lot of people have been calling them the millennial clowns or the millennial morons. It's good to see these guys finally go under. Now, hopefully we can get Jeremy's channel and Andre Jick's channel and Meet Kevin. Hopefully we can get their channels. Hopefully we can get them to leave their main channels as well. I don't think it's going to happen because those guys do make millions of dollars in ad revenue. So as long as people continue to watch those morons for whatever reason, they will stick around. But it's good to see that at least Millennial Money is finally going down. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Leave them below. Why do you think Millennial Money is actually shutting it down? Do you think they just need a break like they actually say in the video? They say, we need a vacation, guys, which I don't believe at all because I guarantee you they're still going to be producing content, all of them, on their main channels. I guarantee you. So they're not really going to be going on any type of real vacation. It's all about the scandal and the fact that they make very little money from this channel. But leave your comments below. What do you actually think? Thanks for watching, everyone.